what I'm talking about, even though it is the oldest practice, it's been taught for many, many thousands of years, it's so natural that for me it occurred in my own mind stream in a time of great upset. I didn't really even know about non-dual philosophy, or that it was possible to have any kind of way of being human that was completely free of assessing and judging everything that happened. I didn't even know that anything like that was possible. But in a time of great upset, where I had had a very traumatic to my body and unexpected event occur, all my thoughts and emotions and experiences were just completely running wild. And none of my very accomplished strategies that I'd developed for dealing with life and living life at that point worked at all. And in the hopelessness and powerlessness of that, I suddenly realized that all these thoughts and emotions that were so troublesome to me, that they all had the same underlying basis, the same basic space, and that if I just rested at that, there was complete relief. So resting as that relief, I found complete freedom from everything very quickly, but not apart from everything as everything. Just that the basic space of everything is complete relief. And for me, that happened quickly in about 10 days. So I immediately, it was just so amazing that everything is as it is, and that this is the way it is for everyone. This is the way it is for everyone. I became very interested in that because I knew that there must be many other people who had realized the same thing. And so indeed, there are. This is a tradition that's been handed down forever. When we gain familiarity with awareness, then all of a sudden we begin to see that awareness has complete mastery over all phenomena. Indeed, awareness has complete mastery over all phenomena. The thoughts, emotions, and sensations, awareness has complete mastery over all thoughts, emotions, and sensations, over all bodily states. Awareness is dependent on nothing. It's not dependent on the heartbeat or the breath. It's not dependent on any kind of form. It's not dependent on formlessness. It's not dependent on the earth or air, or fire or water. It's not even dependent on the universe. So why cling to subtle points of view of who we take ourselves to be? Our true nature is awareness, not dependent on anything. So the more familiarity we have with awareness in a simple human way, the more mastery there is decisively experienced in our own body mind as mastery over all phenomena. And it's truly amazing, truly amazing. Not only much needed for our own self-benefit, but for the self-benefit of the world we live in. We all hear all these stories about powers and how in the natural state there's power or mastery over all phenomena. But every human being who has ever lived, in whom that power has been embodied, came to know those powers in a very natural, effortless way that could be described in simple human terms. And the way that is gained familiarity with by most people is in these ways of realizing suddenly that you're not at the whim of certain things that you thought you were at the whim of, that awareness has mastery over all phenomena, waking, dreaming, and sleeping. And suddenly there's awareness as the state of sleep, complete vivid wakefulness as the state of sleep, inseparable from it. Not awareness off somewhere watching it, but awareness that's inseparable. What's most important is for it to become very clear that awareness is, no matter what's going on. If you believe you have a personal identity or you have an I you're trying to get rid of or whatever, then here's a simple way to look at that. Within the all-encompassing pure view of awareness are included all points of view. no matter what they are. So the term points of view is just a label for everything: thoughts, emotions, experiences, sensation, intuition, whatever you might call it. It's all a point of view, including the idea of being somebody. That's just another point of view, and it's really a point of view that we very seldom have. Oh, I'm somebody. We've just been told that there is an entity called an individual that's a storehouse of points of view. But in a non-dual expanse, there are no entities or individuals. There never have been. So if we're trying to work on an individual, then we're on a complete detour. When we rest as awareness, at first it might seem like there's somebody resting as awareness, but don't even be troubled about that or think about it for even an instant. Because the more familiarity with awareness that there is, the less of an individual there is, or the need to say anything about that, whether there is an individual or there isn't. All these mind games just become obsolete. There's awareness is completely beyond extremes, so it doesn't take positions about anything. It doesn't say either things exist or they don't exist. It doesn't say either one of those things. It's beyond extremes. So if we're saying that either things exist or that things don't exist, then we have a conceptual framework. Even if we're in a perfect state of non-existence, formlessness, emptiness, bliss, clarity, that is a conceptual framework. Awareness is completely beyond all states of experience. It doesn't have any positions. Remember